It's another exciting day to be with you and share this opportunity. And thank you very much for sparing your time to be here. What I have to share today is super exciting. I am thrilled. But I'm not a financial advisor. And no matter what we say, every financial decision carries its own inherent risk. All right. So, that said, we'll get right into the discussion for today. I'm just like you. I'm not an extraordinary person. I'm somebody who has believed in the online space. Since 2005, I've been searching the online space, believing that there must be something online that can make me money. I've always believed in the online space. And I'm really thrilled to tell you today that what you're about to hear is one of the best things I've seen ever since 2005 when I started searching the online space. Um, I've had losses. In the process of trying to figure out what is good, what is real, what works, I've had losses. I've experimented a lot. But there's one thing that's very common in the losses that I had, and I have to mention this before I get right into the discussion for today. Most of the platforms I lost money did not have a CEO. They did not have a real CEO. They just had somebody that was put there on the face of the PDF, but the person was not real. And that is one common thread among the platforms I've lost money. So if you're listening to me and you're wondering, what do they want to say again? Is it not the same thing as the former one that I have lost money? Remember, ask yourself this question. Who was the CEO of the platform where I lost money? And today you're going to see the CEO of the platform I'm about to show you, and you will see the huge gap in the pedigree. Okay? Another thing where people have lost money a lot is people always want platforms that they can make 30% monthly. They love those platforms that they can make 30% monthly, 50% monthly, 100% monthly. All such high yield platforms cannot stand the test of time. Okay? It's not sustainable. So as you listen to my voice and I run through this presentation, you would likely agree that the two things I just said here are some of the reasons why people have lost money a lot. Hey, but here we are. Watch this short video as it opens up our discussion for tonight.
This is China's AI-powered doctor's office. And the craziest part is there's no doctor inside. It can diagnose you in 60 seconds and dispense medicine on the spot. When you step in, you tell it your symptoms. The AI asks follow-up questions like how long you've been sick, what else you're feeling, and your medical history. Within 60 seconds, it completes a diagnosis and sends the data to a remote doctor for review. Once approved, the machine dispenses the medicine immediately. China is rolling out 1,000 of these kiosks nationwide, expected to serve around 3 million people.
So that's it. AI is helping doctors. AI is helping teachers. Can AI help traders? That's the question. And that's why we play this video. AI is doing something that used to be impossible to do in the past. AI is making money easier for people to come their way. AI, the same way AI makes your work easier at your place of, where you work, do your 9 to 5, the same way AI helps you get your job done, AI is helping traders make money more efficiently. So right now,
This
I'm
is
just going to get right into the discussion. The question is, can you make money with crypto? The answer is yes. It's important to really, clarify this point because some people feel, oh, it's not possible. So here's an example. If you bought Ethereum when it was $300 per ETH, ETH stands for ETH, which is Ethereum, and let's say you bought $5,000 worth of Ethereum, you would have had about 16.6 ETH. Now, ETH jumped from $300 to $4,500 per ETH, took a couple of years, but you know what? If you held on to it all through that period, you would have had $75,000. Yes, your $5,000 would have turned to $75,000. And all of that without any extra effort, no headache. It just happened, just required patience. So one can make money in crypto. What do you do to make money in crypto? Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. And that's a secret. Welcome to Aurum, a technology platform and ecosystem where lives are changing. And this is the kind of dashboard you're going to get when you become a part of the system. You're going to see trade results every single day. Buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. And one thing you're going to notice is that the results are different for each day. All right. The results for yesterday would not likely be the same results for today. Why? Because the market always changes. The market behaves differently. The way the market behaved yesterday is not likely going to be the way it's going to behave today, not likely going to be the way it's going to behave tomorrow. The market changes. And that is why every single day the result is different, because we are actually in the market, milking the market. When the market goes in that direction, ooh, lots of money to be made. The day the market is behaving funny, we'll make money always, but some days are better than others. And that is why on the screen here you see $276 made by this $44,000 account, 157 made on another day, 234 made on another day, 164, the figure changes. And that's one of the key things you want to observe. See, that platform you lost money. If you check it very well, many of them will tell you they're giving you 1% daily. 1% daily, almost a fixed figure. When a platform is giving you a fixed return every single day, they are not really trading. They are likely running a Ponzi scheme. All right, so let's look at what people are saying about Aurum at the opinion poll aggregator, trustpilot.com. You can check out trustpilot.com. Aurum Foundation has a 4.5 score out of 5. It means if 109 people posted their reviews, lots of them are positive. That's what it means. And this is third-party credibility, because when you want to become a part of a system, you want to check third-party credibility. You want to check, are there things about this platform, apart from what the platform is saying, what's the opinion of people using the platform? And reviewers are overwhelmingly having a great experience with Aurum. People are withdrawing, people are cashing out, lives are changing, people are feeling uplifted because of Aurum Foundation. Remember, some people will say, I want to go do my research. Let me go do my research. When you want to do your research, pay attention that you're searching for Aurum Foundation. All right? Don't go search for Aurum, because there are so many copycats of Aurum. All right? Some would sound Aurum. Be careful of what you research. All right? So that's Aurum Foundation. So let's listen to this short video.
Aurum Neobank is a next-generation financial ecosystem with a fully integrated cycle. Top up your balance, earn through the trading bot, spend with your card, and restart the loop. Choose from 4 card tiers: Nova, Imperium, World Elite, and Infinity. Each unlocks access to cryptocurrency payments, low fees, and premium rewards. No verification required. Minimal fees. Physical card included. Higher transaction limits. Take control of your finances and grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank.
And if you listen to that video, grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank. Grow your wealth with Aurum Neobank. That is the summary of what we are here to discuss. How can you grow your wealth? That is everything I'm going to say here over the next few minutes is just about helping you grow your wealth. How can your wealth today increase by a percentage within 30 days? In a safe way, reliable way, consistent way, month after month. That's what we're here to say. It's an empowerment program. Well, we're making money, but we want to empower people. We're here to show you the most efficient way, the best way to really, really align yourself to Aurum Foundation success. Families are getting this empowerment program. We tell people, if you have an account, open an account for your spouse. A family where both spouses have an Aurum account are positioned for wealth transfer. Aurum is a decentralized fintech company, which means it's on the blockchain. Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand the era we're living in? In the past, for you to make money, you have to work so hard. But the blockchain has brought together global money and made it accessible to anyone. The blockchain is making the impossible things possible. Anybody, even a nobody, written off by his generation, could change his story by simply believing and giving a shot at the blockchain. And I want to thank you all for coming here tonight. You've given a chance to the blockchain. If you shut your mind to the blockchain, you are closing your mind to an opportunity to really change a lot of things about your life. Global money is flowing over the internet, and your job is to position yourself with the right opportunity on the blockchain. And that is what Aurum Foundation brings to the table. So, what is Aurum Foundation? Aurum Foundation is simply a platform that helps your money grow, that helps your wealth grow through AI finance. Write that down. Aurum Foundation is an ecosystem that helps your wealth grow day after day, month after month, using AI finance. So, what is AI finance? It is artificial intelligence working on your money. AI is helping you develop documents, do a lot of wonderful things. But do you know that AI can work on your money and transform your money? So first, it holds your money. Aurum Foundation holds your money safely. Then it grows your assets. So there's a hold function and there's a growth function. The growth function is growth of USD Theta, the stable coin, is there. If you load USDT, you get more USDT. But there's also growth of other coins. If you load BTC, you will get more BTC. If you load more Ethereum, you get more Ethereum. If you load Pepe, you get Pepe. So there's that functionality, about 6 coins, that if you load them into a bot, the bot starts trading with those coins and generating more of those coins. So that's part of the growth of the growth function of Aurum Foundation. Now, when your wealth has grown, the next thing is, how do you spend your money? Can you spend your money without sending it to your bank? So that is where the Aurum Visa card comes in. Aurum has this Visa card that you just load straight from your back office, load it into Aurum card, and instantly the Aurum card is going to help you. You can go spend your money anywhere in the world. You can go on vacation, have fun, and pay for your bills with the Visa card. So that crypto fiat merge is possible in Aurum Foundation. You're going to be spending your money at supermarkets, at eateries, at hotels, and the hotel wouldn't know that you're spending crypto, but you're actually spending crypto, but the hotel is getting fiat currency. So that crypto fiat merge is powered by Aurum. Everything powered by the ecosystem with algorithmic trading. Of course, Aurum has an exchange, and that exchange is undergoing beta testing. And we have Aurum cards, like I've said. This is the big business model. How do you get access to this big business model? Just a subscription of $19.99. That's it. $19.99 for 1 year subscription. Write this down. 1 year subscription with Aurum Foundation is $19.99, renewable every year. If you see the miracles happening in this ecosystem, you're going to think that the subscription will be like $500 or $1,000. The kind of success that this ecosystem is creating, the growth in capital, it's amazing that the subscription is just $19.99. So this is a no-brainer. When it comes to the price of subscription, everybody can afford it. You let the bots work for you, use the Aurum Neobank app, and you can now also start making plans to access the gold market with the Aurum reward asset program. All right, so let's get right into more details. Who is the man running point? Remember, at the beginning of my presentation, I told you the platforms where I have lost money, the platforms where you have lost money, there's always one picture of a man, and they just put somebody there, say he's the CEO, but that person does not exist. We've fallen for those scams a lot, and I know you too, you must have. All right, but here again, we give you a picture of a man, and so your mind might be telling you, this man, another one, they've come again. Oh, they have come again. Another picture of somebody that doesn't exist, but his name is Brian Benson. Some of our members have gone to the office in Dubai, and as they tried to get into the office, it was Brian Benson that opened the door for them, and they were shocked. Our CEO, you open the door for us, and they take like 30 seconds to process the fact that the CEO was the one that opened the door. And he says, "Yeah, I'm Brian. Come on in." All right. So he is a real person. Many of our members have met him. If you go to any of the events, he's always there. Very simple guy, down to earth. He has 27 years experience as a Web3 pioneer. See, listen. Web3 pioneer. That means when nobody understood what Bitcoin was, this guy had worked on the blockchain. He started his career with Morgan Stanley, traded futures with Morgan Stanley team, but then he moved on to Binance and was CEO of Binance for 3 years. Now, imagine somebody who was CEO of Binance when Binance was just starting. Do you think that person doesn't have Bitcoin? The person must have a lot of Bitcoin. This person you're looking at must be a billionaire. He is a technocrat who is a veteran, a Web3 pioneer. He's actually a legend because he was in charge of Binance operations for the whole of Latin America. All right. He was the director of Binance for the entire Latin America. His own job was to make sure that, traditional institutions, which is the banks, can, somehow their money can be seamlessly connected to the decentralized finance, which is the blockchain, and that creating opportunities for investors. That's what he has specialized in. Even after he left Binance, went to Kima, that's what his career has been all about. So he's a real person. And if you go to the internet, you see his picture when he was younger, his picture when he's now older. I mean, he's over 50 years or thereabout, and he is a real person. There was a time people were saying, no, he's not real. He's not real. Now, Forbes wrote an article. In fact, they invited Brian Benson to the Forbes Finance Council. And that really sorted the issue out. For those who were doubting, it's like, Forbes has invited Brian Benson to the Forbes Finance Council. And on the Forbes website, they said, Brian Benson is the CEO of Aurum Foundation with over 27 years experience in fintech, digital assets, and Web3. He previously served as managing director of Binance, focusing on regional growth and financial inclusion. That's it. With Forbes writing about Brian Benson, you should know that Brian Benson is a legit guy. He's real, and he's not all those faceless people that run scams. I call Binance the World Bank of the blockchain. So imagine somebody being a director of like the World Bank. Would that person come to a platform to run a scam? Highly, that's not likely. So Brian Benson is always traveling, trying to share the Aurum opportunities with people. Last year, October, he was at the Token 2049 event in Singapore. This was an event where people pay $1,000 to become part of the show so that they can network. Brian Benson was there. He gave a talk, Can AI Make You Richer? And that talk is on the Token 2049 website, YouTube handle, Token 2049 YouTube handle is there for you to go watch it. We have lots of positive reviews from Forbes, Binance, Benzinga, lots of write-off from many channels. I want you to remember that the reason why you are here is because you want to make money. And you want to make money in a way that even when you grow old, you still keep growing your money. Because old age is expensive. Old age is expensive. You don't want to grow old and be broke. You become a senile old person. You want to be an old man with lots of money, able to take care of your grandkids, have fun with them, and they just be like, oh, let's go to grandpa, grandma's house. I know they're going to get us the latest PlayStation, whatever, 5 or whatever is the latest at that time. And it's going to be fun because they know you can afford it. Say, let's go to grandpa, grandma's house because likely we're going to go take your passport because we might go from there for an international trip. That's it. That's the kind of life you want to live when you're old. You don't want to be working for money when you've grown old. And that is why we encourage you not to give up. Even though you've had several losses in the past, don't give up because giving up is actually going to be more expensive. All right. So since 2023, Aurum Foundation has been working. We're in 2026. Since 2023, the EXAI bot has been trading. So you're not coming to a business where the bot is just starting. No. This bot has been trading and it's been successful. Infrastructure has been set up and it's been a massive, successful journey. What does the EXAI bot trade? The top 20 coins. This bot does not trade shit coins, okay? One thing about Aurum trading is that it's fast. They don't sleep in the market. They go in 5 minutes, they're out. They go in 3 minutes, they're out. They don't go in and trade for, the same trade is hanging for 1 hour to hit 2%. They don't do that. These guys, I learned a lot from how they trade. I'm a trader and I've trained over 200 people on how to trade. But when I saw how Aurum trades, it dawned on me that most times traders are trying to target 5%, 7%, 10%, 3%. But those who understand the market and how risky the market is just take 0.5% and they're out. They take 0.3% and they're out. That's how Aurum Foundation trades, and it's really a beautiful thing to behold. And that bot uses stop losses. So you're never going to have your account blown. You have AI and humans working together to create consistent results. These trades are real. Remember the KuCoin and OKX video where 6 months trading results was generated and shown. So please go watch those videos in case you're wondering if this is real. Well, in 2025, how did the EXAI bot perform? Are you happy with your bank? Well, the bot gave 209% profit. Remember, you're here to grow your wealth. Aurum EXAI bot gave 209%. How much did your bank give you on your idle funds? And that's why we ask the question to people always, are you happy with your bank? Not just at the services of your bank, but are you happy with the returns your bank is giving you on your idle money with your bank? Did they give you up to 100% per annum? Well, this is 209% on the blockchain, ladies and gentlemen, on the blockchain. And this is huge. Why is this possible? It's possible because it's not human thinking. It is AI driven. No emotions. When it's time to go in, you go in. When it's time to get out, you get out. Question: is every trade a positive trade? Are there losses? Now, in a day, let's say Aurum takes 10 trades, 2 could be losses or 3. So there are losses. But guess what? 70-80% are always profitable. And that is why every single day, at the end of the day, we are always super profitable. So that's one thing to take note of as you engage in Aurum Foundation. And today, I just checked my phone and I saw the trade results. It is another massive day of profits, ladies and gentlemen. It is another massive day of profits. And that's the beauty of the trading with Aurum Foundation. Every day is different. So this is the result month by month so far. You can see each month is different. Some months are super good. Some months are not as good as other months, but on the average about 17%. There's something really important that you need to know when it comes to Aurum Foundation. How is the profit shared? Okay, this is how the profit is shared. Every money, your capital makes some money using the bot. Now, when the bot generates profit, the company will take a part of the profit and then release the rest to you. How much percentage of the profits made with your money that the company will take depends on your trading capital. So if you come in with some good capital, the company is going to say, oh, this is a big investor. We can't take a big percentage of their money because that will be much. So we reduce the percentage of the profits that we take. All right. Thank you for being a big investor. We just take a small percent. But if you're a smaller investor, they're going to say, hey, this is a smaller investor. Okay. We're just gonna have to take a bigger percentage because that's a small money. We're gonna take a bigger percentage of the profit made with that small money. So that's the whole idea. All right. So look at this. If you're trading with $50,000, $90,000, when the company makes profit with your $50,000, the company will take just 5% of that $50,000. They're going to give you 95%. But if you're trading with 25,000, 30,000, 40,000, the company will take 10%, not 5, 10, and they're going to give you 90% of the profit made with your money. And that is why the person trading with 50,000 will be making 16.262%, while the person trading with $25,000 will be making 15.74%. But the person trading with $10,000 or $20,000 will be making 14.87, lesser. Why is it lesser? Because if you're trading with $10,000, the company will take 15%, okay, and give you 85%. What if you're trading with $1,000? The company will take 30%, all right? Yeah, your money is a small money, so they're going to take a bigger part of that. So the company is making money because lots of people are between this $100 and $5,000. Yeah, so the company makes a lot of money from this. So this is a cascaded view of the trading result, and that is why we tell people 6 people can be in Aurum and be making 6 different percentages. One could be trading with $100 and be making 10.49%. Another person trading with $300 making 11.37. Another person is trading with 2,000 making 12.24. Another person is trading with 2,500 or 4,000 making 13.12% monthly. These are monthly figures, okay? Monthly figures, not daily. All right. Again, some people will say, hey, this 17% that I'm making every month, it's not possible. It's not possible. these people go to internet and ask one AI platform, is it possible to make 17% monthly? Of course, the AI will scrape the internet and see that many people are having very bad trades, and we tell them it is not possible. It's likely a scam. Well, here's what I'm going to tell you. I've trained hundreds of people on how to trade, and those who are studious, diligent, and focused, applying what they learn, are making about 40% a month. But they don't rest. They're looking at the chart morning, afternoon, night. They're stressed out. Okay? So I will tell you categorically it's possible to make 17%. So here, this chart is trying to tell you what one coin did in 20 days. So each bar here is a day. All right. So look at the movement of the chart. 20 days, 70%. But Aurum is never going to promise you that kind of money because Aurum is just focused on making sure they get in fast, get out fast, making sure every single trade is a successful trade. And that's how it's been so far, and it's been a blessing. All right. It's been a blessing. So 70% is not too high. All right. Don't listen to people who have never traded. Okay. Before you listen to somebody, ask, go meet a trader, somebody who knows what he's doing. All right. Don't talk to ignorant people. And this was the February result last month. And this is the amazing result that we got in February, about 16.96, right? And look at this. The total capital we're trading with now is over $90 million as at March 1. And here we have total profit made in February as $13 million. And this is how it has been growing steadily, consistently. At the end of March, we're going to replace this slide with the results for March, and you're going to see consistent growth happening every single time. I love this slide because it emphasizes the reinvest button, which is the compounding button. How does compounding work? Please listen carefully to my next words. When you are compounding and you turn on the reinvest button, it shows green. Your profits for each day get added to your trading capital. I will repeat this. When you turn on the reinvest button to green, by default, it is grayed out. It's disabled by default. When you activate compounding and turn on the green, turn it to green, your profit for each day will not be released to the accumulated profit section. It will be added to your trading capital. That is compounding. And it's being added every single day. So if you compound from 1 month, your trading capital is going to really grow. But you know what? When you want to withdraw, you turn off the reinvest button. It is now future trades after you turn off the reinvest button that will be available for you to withdraw because the capital has been formed. That compounded capital is your base capital now working in the market for you. So it is now from the day you turn off the compounding, the next trade result that is released going forward, you'll be seeing that dropping in the accumulated profit section. And it's very important for people to know this because I think they get it confused. But compounding is very powerful. Here's an account that started with $10,000, and in 4 months, it went to $20,000. Month 1, it went from 10 to 12,600. Month 2, it jumped to 15,500. Month 3, 17,470. Month 4, it became $20,000. 100% growth in 4 months. What does this mean for you? It simply means you have to find a way to compound. So this is what some people do. Some people compound for 2 weeks in a month and they turn off compounding for the remaining 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks in a month, they raise their capital. Then for the remaining 2 weeks, they turn it off and they withdraw what the bot releases to them to withdraw. And that's another powerful way of growing your results. Some others will say, okay, I will compound in January. Then February, I'll turn off compounding and I'll be cashing out. It's just a click of a button, so it's actually easy to manage this. So do what works for you and experiment with the system. But I would suggest to you, when you get started, try not even to compound immediately. Just try test a withdrawal. Let's study how the bot is working. Look at the results it's giving to you day after day. And, after a week, look at what you have. Oh, let me test a withdrawal. If you have up to $25, test the withdrawal. See the power of the system and really enjoy Aurum Foundation. So how much should you start with? That question can be answered by looking at this chart. So if you earn in dollars, you look at this column. If you earn in your local currency in Africa, for example, you can look at this column. So ask yourself, how much would I make in a month that will really, really excite me? Is it $20 that I will earn in a month that will really, really excite me? If the answer is yes, then you can do $200 as trading capital. If $695 is what will really excite you, then go for $5,000. If $122 will excite you monthly as you know your benefits, then you can do $1,000 trading capital. All right. And if you're doing $3,000, just know that you'll be making about almost $400 every single month. Sometimes it could be higher depending on the market. Okay. So if this is going to excite you, then you can do $3,000. So if none of this is going to excite you, some people will say, hey, I think I'm only going to be excited if I'm making almost $4,000 a month. In that case, you need to be on $25,000 trading capital. But guess what? You don't have to come in big if you don't have the funds. You can start wherever your shoes are and see Aurum as a saving platform. So let's say all you have now is $200. You get started, or all you have now is $120. You buy the subscription $20, you get started with $100. And guess what? A week later, you top up with another $100. A week later, you top up. You can top up anytime. You can top up multiple times a day. And you keep growing your capital, and you get to a point where you meet your target of, let's say, $25,000. And you say, yes, I've hit my target. Now it's time to start enjoying Aurum Foundation. One of the key things I want to tell you is your risk-free period. So if you are trading with $10,000, after 6.8 months, you are risk-free. What do we mean by risk-free? We simply mean you would have gotten back 100% of your capital and you would have been good to go. Okay? So people always say, oh, I don't want to take risk. I don't want to take risk. Your risk-free period will come just after a few months. You don't have to trade for 1 year with Aurum before you are risk-free. All right? Even if you're trading with $300, in 9 months, you are risk-free. If you're trading with $1,000, 8.1 months, you're risk-free. If you're trading with $3,000, 7.6 months, you're risk-free, which means you've gotten back your $3,000 and now you're just coasting forward with free money. Here's what you want to know. There are no packages in Aurum. Just come with whatever your capital you have. It's a deposit once and cash out for life. So there's nothing like, oh, you have hit ×2 of the capital you are trading with. Since you have hit ×3 of your capital or ×2, you have to reinvest. No, nothing like that. Okay. You can top up anytime you want, but even if you don't top up, you will keep cashing out with your deposits for life. Any platform that tells you, oh, you've made ×3 of your money, I think you need to now reinvest again. That's a Ponzi scheme. That's a Ponzi scheme. Some people try to make Brian Benson do that. And Brian Benson said, why are we going to be putting a cap on what people earn when we're actually trading with the money and making the money? And so that's why it's really powerful that we have a CEO who knows what he's doing and not listening to Ponzi style counselors. All right, so this is another slide trying to educate you on the power of compounding. I'm not saying you have to do it, but some people love doing this. Now, you can change your life and become somebody who is earning $355,000 every year. How can you become somebody who is earning $355,000 every year? You can do that with just $1,000 sacrifice and 3 years of patience. $1,000 sacrifice from your pocket once, and then 3 years of patience. When you compound for 3 years, your $1,000 transforms to $178,000. So remember, compounding just increases trading capital. Now, after 3 years, you will turn off compounding. When you turn off compounding and you start trading with $178,000, so your trading capital is no longer 1,000. Your trading capital is now $178,000 after 3 years of delayed gratification. Oh my God. Then you turn it off. Guess what? Every year, you'll be making $355,000. And some people will say, oh, that's risky. How can I wait for 3 years? Are you sure the platform will last for 3 years? But I'm going to just ask you, do you know the people behind Aurum? What if it lasts for 10 years? What if Aurum lasts for 10 years? The person who made the sacrifice for 3 years is going to really be super excited that they did, because every month they'll be making about $30,000. All right. Every month they'll be making about $30,000 after 3 years of sacrifice. So I'm just showing you what's possible. And in your local currency, that would be about 41 million. That's crazy. All right, 41 million just because they put in $1,000 and had 3 years of patience. So this is an option for people who really can be very patient. So the Zeus bot is another technology apart from the EXAI bot. The Zeus bot is the bot that is a bull run holding bot. You load your coins and to generate more of those coins while you're waiting for the bull run. So if you load Ethereum, hey, you'll be generating more Ethereum. If you load BNB, whoo, more BNB. If you load Doge, oh, more Doge. If you load Pepe, Pepe, more Pepe coming to you. If you load Solana, Sol, you'll be making more Solana. That is the beauty of this technology. You'll be making more of the coins you load into it. So instead of holding your money in your exchanges, waiting for the bull run, and your coins are shrinking in value, you're feeling so sad and depressed, and you're holding. I mean, get them to the Aurum Foundation platform. Your coins will remain intact, and guess what? You'll be making more of those coins. So if you have 10 million Pepe, you'll be surprised and amazed that your 10 million Pepe will literally turn to 200 million Pepe before a year ends. All right? And you're going to be like, oh, 10 million has turned to 200 million Pepe while waiting for the bull run. Now, when the bull run comes, you have 200 million Pepe to have fun with. That's more money. That's the power of the Zeus bot. So the Zeus bot is a very powerful tool, and we really encourage you to explore that function once you get in. One of the super powerful and exciting things about Aurum Foundation is their connectivity to Visa card. Visa has given Aurum the privilege of creating their cards and labeling it Aurum and with Visa. So that's the powerful thing about the Aurum ecosystem. We have Visa card connectivity, MasterCard connectivity. Aurum is known for partnership. Aurum CEO is so connected. Striking these deals is very easy. So Aurum partners, all the connectivities. I mean, it shows that Aurum is so solid for Visa to be giving Aurum the access. So the guys who looked at Aurum and said, okay, this is serious enough. You can have the Visa card functionality. This is something powerful. Look at how it's being used on an ATM.
All right, Coach Namdi, good afternoon to you. Remember yesterday, I promised you I was going to take the Aurum debit card. You saw me yesterday with the family. I used the card on the point of sale terminal. Today, 6th of December, we're going to take out some money with Aurum. Follow me. You have to remind me of the PIN number.
You have to move the camera a little bit for this one.
All right, let's go. Let's see this one in action. Should get some money out here. I'm probably going to take about $1,000. All right, I'm going to take $1,000. Here we go. I'm going to go with local currency. There we go. I can hear the machine. I can hear it giving me that freedom. All right, what's the card? What's the card? Take it slowly. Aurum. And here's the money. Yalla. All right. There we go. So 2 days in a row, 2 separate days. 5th of December, we used it to pay for a family dinner. Clicking it on the point of sale terminal. Today, 6th of December, we used it to take out money from the ATM. This is freedom. Take care, everybody.
So that is freedom. And I can tell you, these cards work all over the world. They work anywhere there's Visa. They work in Africa, they work in Ghana, Nigeria, anywhere in the world. All right. So that's a very super powerful tool at your disposal for you to use to spend the money. All right. Remember, Aurum Foundation helps you hold your crypto, grow your crypto, and easily spend your crypto. So withdrawals is something we like to talk about. Withdrawals are super smooth, super sweet. There is nobody that has issues with withdrawals. Okay. Withdrawals is normal with Aurum Foundation. In fact, people love Aurum Foundation so much that they just want to keep compounding. But we always encourage them, withdraw, do some withdrawal, test the withdrawal. Because when you test the money, you have testimony. All right. You have to test the money. When you test the money, then you come up with testimony. And when you've tested the money and then you're telling somebody about Aurum, your vibration is going to be different. The person will never sell you. You will sell the person. All right. We're absolutely sold in Aurum Foundation, and we're here to show people what works. We're not here to coerce anybody, but we want to show you what works, because there are lots of testimonies of people who have tasted the money. I'm one of them. Lots of people here. If you have tasted the money, just type T in the chat box. Let's see how many people have tested the money. Type T in the chat box. Let's see how many of them have tested the money to give testimony. Let me just type T. If you've tested the money a lot, you can type multiple T's, and that is exactly. If you look at the chat box right now, you can see the T's are flowing, and the T's are showing you that people are testing the money. All right. These T's are proof to you that withdrawals are sweet. Everybody is testing the money, and they're giving you testimony. We are asking you to come to Aurum. Come to Aurum. Forget about the past fears. Forget about the past losses. We know we've had those losses too. We lost money where there was no real CEO. One Chinese person, they said is the CEO, not real. Or we've lost money where the person there was never, credible. But here we have a CEO that you can verify his work history, a CEO that is a legend of the block space, a CEO that is a guru invited by, top class interviewers, people who want to learn from him. That is what we have here. People have tested the money and are telling you, come to Aurum, because there is money in Aurum. There is money in Aurum. Your life is going to change in Aurum. Withdrawals just have a 1% charge. 1% of everything you're withdrawing always goes back to the company. So can you see the company is making lots of money? First, the $19.99 subscription in the company's pocket. That means if you have 1 million subscribers, that is equivalent of $20 million every year, recurring. And everybody will always renew subscription. Then when you trade, they have a percentage of the trade results that goes to their pocket. And now when you're withdrawing, they get a percentage of what you're withdrawing. So you see, it's a sustainable business model. These guys know what they're doing. They don't need too much of your money. Else they could have said, hey, I will charge you 5% for every withdrawal. But they say, hey, just 1%. I mean, go enjoy your money. That is Aurum. So we've had some key achievements. We've launched 6 products. We have over 50,000 members. I think we're almost 70,000 members now. The arbitrage bots are trading with $15 million. The EXAI bot is trading with over $90 million. And that's the beauty of what we have. We're telling you, come to Aurum. Come to Aurum and change your financial story. Come to Aurum. Let go of the memory of the past losses. Here's what I want to tell you. Everybody who has had lots of past losses, when they come to Aurum, their story changes. They stop having those losses and begin having profits. People who have been suffering from floating losses, when they come to Aurum, the story changes. No more floating losses. They become profitable, blockchain money makers. People who have kept trying to trade by themselves and blowing their accounts multiple times, when they come to Aurum, they sleep every night and they're just making money. So that's Aurum. Come to Aurum. Aurum is building this exchange. Beta testing is going on right now. I can't wait for the exchange to be fully released, because I want to trade in Aurum exchange as a trader myself. All right, so these are some of the things you're going to be doing in the Aurum exchange once they are launched. One of the key things you need to know is that the Aurum exchange CEO has promised that 50% of the money that comes from charges, platform fees, will be returned to the community. And that's huge. That's huge. Now, a quick word on governance. People always want to know, what is the governance structure of Aurum? Now, remember, this is blockchain. And blockchain is always different from traditional finance. If a bank in a country wants license, they will go to the government. But this is blockchain. When it comes to blockchain, you don't need anybody's permission. You create your system. Why? Because blockchain is inherently permissionless. What does permissionless mean? Permissionless means for you to participate in the blockchain activities, all you need is internet. You can open your Trust wallet and you are in the blockchain. You don't need anybody's permission. All right. So that's one thing we need to remember. So the governance model is founder dominant governance model. And that is why when Binance was launching, CZ was actually the guy in charge of most of the decision making. But what about Aurum? Remember, we have our CEO, the guru, lively guy, happy guy, performing miracles. Okay. That's Brian Benson. But not just him. We have Ahmed Zen, who's a co-founder and marketing director. Ahmed Zen has many years in banking. He has been a brand development professional, and he's here making sure that Aurum expands globally. All right. My goal at Aurum is to build a leading community of hundreds of thousands of people in the next 3 years and provide them with financial tools for true financial freedom. True financial freedom. Don't forget that. That's what's possible with Aurum Foundation. And here's Shane Moran. Shane Moran is a master speaker, somebody who has inspired many people. He was a founder of a company where he took the sales from $0 to $1 billion in 5 years and impacted 2.2 million families. So he's also a part of Aurum Foundation. Now we have Leonardo Galindez. Leonardo Galindez is the Aurum Foundation exchange CEO. So the exchange CEO is Leonardo Galindez, while our CEO of Aurum Foundation, Brian Benson, is there. All right. So this is just to show you that the fact that Brian Benson is Aurum Foundation CEO doesn't mean that he has to be the CEO of the exchange. The governance structure is in place. Galindez was a former exchange owner, all right? CoinConX was the founder of CoinConX, and he also has Bitcoin mining operations over there in Latin America. Okay, right now he's with Aurum Foundation. And we have Ariski, who is the director of strategy. We have Nicholas Kellan, who is the head of partnerships, and Brent Fulfer and Tobias Bauer. These are venture capitalist advisories. These guys talk to banks. They bring investors, people that want to be part of Aurum Foundation. And this is telling you that Aurum is not just talking to people, Aurum is talking to institutions, and that's really, really huge. We also have in our team, Bakari Kaloko, who is the chief of Africa Relations. Anything Africa Relations, Bakari Kaloko was brought in. Who is he? He's an ex-deputy finance minister from Sierra Leone. All right, go check him out. All right, imagine somebody who is a former deputy finance minister of a country is getting in touch with Aurum Foundation, working with Aurum Foundation. Well, he is the CEO of Click Mining, and he has 25 plus years in finance. So look at the kind of people Aurum is bringing together to form a part of the team. We also have Nick Patel, Real World Asset Relationship Advisor. Nick Patel is CEO of Bank of Bullion. Okay, the Bank of Bullion, Dubai-based guys, they roll and sell 100 kilogram of gold every single day. They sell 100 kg of gold every single day. So they are good at real world trading. And Nick Patel is trying to make sure that somehow we can tokenize gold so that people can become part of gold and gold activities with central banks and different countries. I mean, right now, Ghana and Sierra Leone are forming they're spearheading the launch of the real world assets, partnering with EcoBank Africa. So this is really, really huge. And these are the guys who you're going to be hearing about in Aurum Foundation. If you look at all these people, do you think Aurum is a scam? All right. Aurum is registered in 3 different countries: Poland, Dubai, and Hong Kong. And those are the details. Aurum is breaking into the US market in 2026 to meet all regulations. This is going to take some time, but the target is by end of 2026, entry into the US market would have been possible with all the requirements fully attained. All right. So listen to somebody who has believed so much in Aurum and is a big investor.
Hi everyone, so we're just having a lunch break right now, me and some leaders, and interestingly we have Abdul here with us. Now Abdul is one of the first Nigerians that invested in Aurum, and he has some interesting things to share with us. Abdul, can you tell us why you were interested in Aurum?
Obviously, the card really motivated me, and I know that there is no scam since this card is connected to the bank. So all my expenses now, because I always travel, so the ticket, the hotel, the shopping we did with my card. This is what motivated me to invest heavily on this program.
Awesome, awesome. So now tell me about it. How much did you start with? Yes, how much did you start with?
What do you have?
How much did you start with?
Obviously, I started with less than $1,000. Wow. But now, in Naira, I have more than 4 billion inside.
Did you hear that?
What?
Abdul says he
billion
has
naira.
more than 4 billion naira inside this business.
With a B.
With a B.
Yeah,
with a
big
B.
B. Big B.
A big B.
Yeah.
Big
Now
B.
that shows confidence in the business.
Wow, that's
okay, so you were
that's
talking about
amazing.
Zeus
So
as
my
well.
Nigerian people, you need to wake up. This is a real opportunity for us to accumulate, to invest heavily, and to trust the process. There is nothing hidden on this program.
Awesome.
I started in April. I never thought I would meet something in this crypto space like this company. I never thought in my wildest dream. But obviously it is happening. We have been to many seminars. We have been to Thailand, to Turkey. Now we are in Dubai. So you have to trust the process. So next one you will be there and see yourself.
So Abdul was talking about Zeus and was saying,
It's very
you
good
know,
also.
yeah.
Because I have seen now CEO
Yeah.
have just shown us that we made about 89%.
Yeah,
And we just started, I think, in the third quarter of this year.
exactly.
So it's
Exactly.
a very good investment as well because the crypto is always increasing. We have a dream
Indeed.
that Bitcoin will reach 1 million one day.
Yeah.
Ethereum,
Yeah.
those, which one is the other one?
Pepe did quite a lot. The percentage Pepe did over 149. Yes, that's
So it's
huge.
better you also invest in that one.
You were saying something about how much you were making from Zeus, you know,
Around $42,000 every month.
every month.
Every month.
Can you
And I
beat that
never
just
even
on
withdraw. I
Zeus?
didn't withdraw it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
Because
Can
I
you?
trust
Just
the process.
compounding.
I mean,
Always
he,
compounded.
Abdul
Wow.
is making over $42,000 on Zeus alone every month.
Every month.
No way. Abdul, can you please share? Please, Abdul, can you even just share? Like, how much do you make from X? That's EX
Yeah,
boss right now.
on average, every day I made on average $20,000.
Every day.
Every day.
No way.
And this is half of the account.
Abdul says, "This is go ahead, please tell me. Tell me, this is half of the account."
Yeah, it's for 3 days and half of the account of our account because some will withdraw, some will compound. So these are the withdrawal account.
You don't say.
You know, we made a withdrawal, but yet to be sent. I think for today. But this is for from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Wow. Wow. He said if you compound in 4 months, you can make 120%. And he'll also catch that. Hi, everyone.
So really, that's how powerful it is, and I really want to thank you for being here, and I'm looking forward to your being a part of this amazing, life-changing opportunity. Remember, of course, in life, you have to take a risk, okay? And I like giving the example of somebody who is maybe he's graduated from school and he has to go for an interview. He's written a test and he has to go for an interview. Now, the interview, for example, if the person is living in a state far away from where the interview is required, and he has to go by air to that place. I mean, he's just getting the message by 6 p.m. and the message is saying report for an interview at this location by 10 a.m. He can't go by road. He has to fly and he's broke, but he has to take a risk to get to that job. So what's he going to do? Well, he's going to get resourceful, right? He has to get resourceful. He doesn't have the money, but he has to get resourceful. He has to figure out how to take the chance. Is the job guaranteed? No. There's no guarantee he's going to get that job. But he has to take the chance. If he doesn't appear for that interview, he doesn't have a chance to change his financial destiny. And so that is the kind of thing that we have here with Aurum. Nobody's going to give you guarantees. We're just showing you this is the blockchain and this is real. We have solid leaders leading this company and they're taking us to a powerful destination. Lives are being changed. You have to take the chance. You have to decide. If you don't decide, then you don't stand a chance to experience Aurum Foundation financial freedom. Real financial freedom is possible in Aurum Foundation. And we are passionate about making sure that people become a part of this. So take the chance. Get back to whoever invited you. Just ask them for a link. Get started. You don't need to talk to anybody. Just come with some good money and just start enjoying the process. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Nnamdi here. Super excited to present this opportunity to you as usual every single time. All right. Remember, Aurum is a miracle mat. You tell it, step on it and tell it, take me to $1 million. And every day you will see your cash flow taking you to $1 million. Thank you very much for joining us, and see you on the next presentation.